This is a prayer for the souls of the departed, those who left their babies broken-hearted.
Have this fellow no feeling in his business? He sings in grave making.
Custom hath made it a property of business.
'Tisn't so. The hand of little employment, the daintier sense. Skull had a tongue in it, and it could sing once. How the knave jolts it to the ground as if it were Cain's jawbone that did the first murder.
This might be the pate of a politician, which his ass now o'erreaches, one that would circumvent God. Might it not?
My lord.
Or of a courtier, which could say, "Good morrow, sweet lord. How dost thou, sweet lord?" Lord, such a one that praised my lord, such a one's horse when he went to beg it. Might it not?
Aye, my lord.
Why, and so, and now my lady's worm's chapless and knocked about with the sexton's spade. Fine revolution, and we had the trick to see it. Did these bones cost nor about the breeding but to play at loggets with them? Mine act to see on it. There's another. May not that be the skull of a lawyer? There may be his quiddities now, his quillities, his cases, his tenures, and his tricks. Why does he suffer this mad knave now to knock him about with a dirty shovel, and will not tell him of his actions of battery?
This fellow might be in time a great buyer of land, with his statuettes, his recognizances, his fines, his double vouchers, his recoveries. In this, the fine of his fines, in the recovery of his recoveries, to have his fine pate full of fine dirt.
Will his vouchers vouch him no more of his purchases, and double ones too, than the length and breadth of a pair of indentures? The very conveyances of his lands will scarcely lie in the box, and must an inheritor himself have no more. Ha!
Not a jot more, my lord.
Is not parchment made of sheepskin?
Aye, my lord, and of calfskins too.
There are sheep and calves which seek out assurances in ya. I will speak to this fellow. Whose grave this, sirrah?
Fine, sir. A pit of clay for two be made for such a guest is meet.
It be thine indeed, for thou lie in it.
You lie on out it, and therefore 'tis not yours. For my part, I do not lie in it, yet it is mine.
Thou dost lie in it to be in it, and therefore say it is thine. 'Tis for the dead, not for the quick, and therefore thou liest.
'Tis a quick lie, sir. 'Twill away again from me to you.
What man dost thou dig it for?
No man, sir.
What woman then?
For none neither.
Who is to be buried in it?
One that once was woman, sir, but rest her soul, she is dead.
How absolute the knave is. We must speak by the cart, or equivocation will undo us. Lord Horatio, this 3 years I have took note of it. The age is grown, so picked that the toe of the peasant comes so near the heel of the courtier. He gouls his nibe. How long hast thou been a grave maker?
Of all the days in the year, I came to it that day that our last King Hamlet overcame Fortinbras.
How long is that since?
Cannot you tell that? Every fool can tell that.
It was that very day that young Hamlet was born, he that is mad and sent into England.
Aye, Mary. Why was he sent into England?
Why? Because he was mad.
He shall recover his wits there. Or, if he do not, 'tis no great matter there.
Why? 'Twill not be seen in him there. There the men are as mad as he.
How came he mad?
Very strangely, they say.
How strangely?
Faith, even when losing his wits.
Upon what ground?
Why, here in Denmark, I have been sexton here, man and boy, 30 years.
How long will a man lie in the earth, ere he rot?
Faith, if he be not rotten before he die, as we have many pocky courses nowadays, that will scarce be lying. He will last you some 8 or 9 year. A tanner will last you 9 year.
Why he more than another?
Why, sir, his hide is so tanned with his trade that he will keep you out of water a great while, and your water is a sore care of your horse and dead body. Here is a skull now. You that's lieth here 23 years.
Whose was it?
A whoresome's mad fellow it was. Who do you think it was?
Nay, I know not.
A pestilence on him for a mad rogue. He poured a flagon of reddish on my head once. This same skull, sir, was Sir Yorick's skull, the king's jester.
This?
He's not.
Let me see. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. A fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy.
He hath bore me on his back 1,000 times, and now how abhorred in my imagination it is.
My gorge rises. Here hung those lips that I kissed, now I know not oft. Where be your gibes now, your gambols?
Your songs, your flashes of merriment that were wont to set the table on a roar. Not one now to mock your own grinning.
Now get you to my lady's chamber, and tell her, let her paint an inch thick, to this favor she must come. Make her laugh at that. Prithee, Horatio, tell me one thing.
What's that, my lord?
Dost thou think Alexander looked over this fashion, eyeth the earth,
E'en so.
and smelt so? Pah!
E'en so, my lord.
To what base uses we may return, Horatio. Why might not imagination trace the noble dust of Alexander, till he find it stopping a bunghole?
For to consider too carelessly to consider so.
No, faith, not a jot, but to follow him thither, with modesty enough and likelihood to lead it. As thus, Alexander died, Alexander was buried, Alexander returneth to dust. The dust is earth, of earth we make loam. And why that loam, whereto he was converted might they not stop a beer barrel? Imperious Caesar, dead and turned to clay, might stop a hole to keep the wind away. Oh, that earth, which kept the world in awe, should patch a wall to expel the winter's flaw.
Yeah, this one right here goes out to all the babies, mamas. Baby mamas.